tell. We're in tune. At least close enough for rock and roll. Gil did it. Crazy in tune. That's the man right there.
We're the man.
That's the man. That's the man.
That's the other man right there. With a Sophia 292. Took care of this tuning stability that we were having.
All right, 7:30 a.m. We're on a mission. We're gonna get Lagertha. Lagertha is my Charvel. So Master Luthier, Gil Vasquez is done. We've got it in tune and we have an option. I don't even know if we'll explore that option, but yeah, I'm going to California, I'm going to Los Angeles where Gil works, and we're going to pick up Lagertha. I put it on the floor. Just doing a reveal. Look at this. Gosh, that looks great. What? Gosh, that looks so great. How's it? This is Mundo, and yes, finally got this Charvel Dimas Guthrie Govan model in tune. It looks different. I know I'm going to talk about that, but first, if you don't know, I have two other videos on this guitar and the struggles I've had. I love the way it plays. It's light. It sounds killer. Just never stayed in tune with the wiggle stick. So I wanted it to be a complement to the workhorse Sir modern guitar I use in the Mystere show. It's got a little different neck, so I could have my choice between two different necks for the proper parts. So please check those videos out. They got a lot of specs about this guitar and the journey. But this is part 3, and yes, it does look different. From the beginning of that video, you saw Master Luthier Gil Vasquez, and I had my 2 techs in town just do a great job. Got the thing to stay in tune, except with the whammy bar wiggle stick. But I always kept Gil in the loop. I known Gil for years when he was the head of the Washburn Custom Shop. He's worked with everybody, including extensive work with Gene Baker, Dennis Fano, and the list goes on and on. But I'm so lucky to call him friend, and he's my buddy. And so he's like, hey, bring it down to LA and I'll get it in tune no matter what. We'll figure out a way. But why does it look different? While I do really like this guitar, the Dimas Guthrie Govan model only comes in one finish, and if you saw my videos, I'm not the biggest fan of it. A lot of people really love it, think it's gorgeous. But cosmetics aren't my first choice in buying a guitar. It's always the feel and the playability and the sound. So ticked all the boxes, except in my heart it was ugly. Don't kill me. So when I took the guitar down to Gil, I was like, you know, what about painting it? And he's like, yeah, we could do that. And I'm like, well, can we paint it orange? And he's like, sure. And I go, can it be nitrocellulose lacquer? Because I'm a weirdo, I think it sounds better. And he said, sure. We had to order it. And I said, well, since we're going to be sanding down, it had a thin veneer top, all right? Ash top. It was made out of basswood though. While we're at it, can you lop off this side here, because it was rounded off, but not that comfortable to play. So not a big deal, just makes me happy. So that's why it looks different, and I guess it's not really a Charvel you can buy anymore, but there you go. It is Lambo Orange Nitro paint. Okay, so with the upper bout lopped off paint job, it was time to address the problem with the bridge, and as you can see in some of these videos, we really did try for almost 2 hours to get the Floyd Rose going, and it was better than it was. He had gotten it to stay more in tune. It just wasn't, it doesn't have to be dead nuts, but it just wasn't consistently going out of tune one way or another, where you knew the qualities of maybe yanking on the bar, or the low E or the G string would go flat or sharp, and you can quickly fix that. Also, if you can see on this paint job, the old Floyd was binding a little bit, and you can see right there it was chipping a little, so we got a little imperfection relicking already. Once we found out after it was painted that you could see the paint being scratched off, that's how we figured it was binding. I don't know how we missed that the first time, because we were putting a piece of paper down all these crevices and nothing was touching. Alright, here we go. I'll just do something from the show. Watch a performer. Watch a performer.
So this is actually written in your music, huh?
Yeah, and then watch a performer. This went off. And then I'll go to a power chord here. And like there, I have to hold it for a while. And it's flat now. Look at the tuner. Look at the tuner. That's flat. Try this again. It doesn't sound that bad though.
5 hours later.
Alright, action felt a little hard, so we're just doing a 2-springer. It's staying better in tune than it ever has. Gil actually did find, even though we shaved the body and the bridge, it was still rubbing here. I think binding is the word. See if we can make this work, but there is an option. Alright, we're in tune. So, show simulation.
Show simulation.
Da, 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 and I go. Da, 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 da. Watch a performer. Da, 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 da.
Watch a performer, watch a performer.
That sounded good.
Yeah, it's still loud though.
But it's,
How does it feel?
it's flat. It's flat again. It's good.
You like the feel?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got 2 springs now. Okay, so I'm asking Gil why the Floyd didn't work, the second bridge we put on. And theories.
My theory is it wasn't coming back to 0. Every time you hit the wiggle stick, it either stayed up or it stayed down, flat or sharp, but it never went to true 0.
Yeah, dead
Like it
nuts.
should.
Yeah. And that's what we found
And
with the Sophia.
Sophia is, and it all has to do a lot with the global tuner, the tuning stability that's part of that whole
Cool.
bridge system.
Cool. And you were watching me play. You said
Oh
it
yeah,
just didn't
I
work.
could see like it would stay at ever so slightly, but enough to throw you sharp or flat
Got it.
and not go to 0. So
You still awake? You still awake?
5 hours later.
So Gil did all this work at home, but he is the head of production at James Tyler Guitars. They're killer guitars, and that's where I would go to meet Gil, drop off the guitar, and then ultimately pick it up. A big thank you to James Tyler Guitars and their family of technicians there. They were great. They allowed me to bring Shaka. Shaka is my German Shepherd dog. He is a certified service dog, but they were great. And this second time, I just relaxed, and Shaka would maybe visit people and then come back at my side. So thank you, James Tyler Guitars. I did mention that maybe my plan B was to use that Wilkinson bridge that Pete Thorne uses in his guitars. That still might work. I hear great things about it. Gil as well, he also mentioned that he was very familiar with Sophia Tremelos, and he mentioned he could get one just in case we needed it if the Floyd didn't work. And man, we worked hard to getting that Floyd to work. So Sophia Trem, I'm not hip, but the version I have is the full Monty. I did pay for this, by the way, Sophia Tremelos. It's got this wheel, Global Trem, and you can't see, but between this bridge and the body are 2 posts.
Yeah.
But now that
But
this is set,
Right.
I'm not going to touch it.
No, you don't have to.
And if it does get off, you don't mess with the springs.
You turn that.
Okay.
And it's going to be a very slight movement.
Right. Because I've got those posts
Yeah.
right down there somewhere.
These posts are hitting against the trem block.
Right.
And so that's it.
And that brings it dead nut 0.
Because it's always going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's one.
There they are. Dead nut 0. The Sophia dead nut 0 tremolo.
Yeah, dead nuts.
And that's what helps bring this to dead nuts. They call this the Sophia 292 tremolo. Maybe they should have called this the Sophia dead nuts tremolo, huh? Anyway, 292 is my understanding. That's the spacing between these riser posts, and that's the spacing for a Floyd Rose or similar type of bridge. I think their 222 is spacing for a Fender post. So that's what we got here. The quality is fantastic. I think they use less parts than a Floyd, so less to go wrong. By the way, it stands to reason with these 2 posts keep in contact with the body. I'm probably helping it be more resonant when I'm not using it. You know, little things like that, they add up. So I'll take it. By the way, this Sophia 292 bridge isn't a perfect fit. You can see right here I've got more space than on this side. Stuff like that doesn't bother me, but it may bother you. And I would say a maximum of 15 seconds. Doubt it was more than that. Gil had to do a little bit of Dremel routing on the back. It was very quick. The workmanship is great. We did change the posts as well. They were a direct replacement. So I'm using the Sophia post with the Sophia bridge. The only difference I might go back is I'm trying a 2-spring thing. I think I'm a 3-spring guy, but I'm trying to grow up and use a 2-spring. But yeah, so far so good. And you can hear in the beginning of that video, that's me tuning it, and it goes on and on. I'm just trying to get the thing to go out of tune. I'm actually playing direct parts from the show as well to see if it would hang, and I'll include some video of the show. yeah, that's my solution. Finally, thanks for all your comments. Some people had no problem. A lot of people did have problems. To recap, the first bridge wasn't hardened steel, and the knife edges were getting eaten up. I used the Floyd Rose non-locking bridge next with hardened steel. Much better. Stayed in tune. Still really couldn't use the whammy bar. In LA, Gil got it much better, but ultimately we switched out bridges and I'm happy now. So it's a workhorse companion for my Sir. Should I have bought a Sir just in the first place? Probably so. I wouldn't have had these challenges, but then again, this was a lot of fun, and look what I got. I got my own customized Charvel. I think the paint job's great. Really happy with it. All the sound that you hear in the factory, which was very loud the whole time, is just being recorded from my iPhone and through this little positive grid Spark mini amp. So sounded pretty good, and it was a great solution to hear the guitar. And then yeah, I'm just watching my tuner as I played. So yeah, I kiddingly called her Lagertha, but now after all the work she got in LA, we're gonna call her Sophia after the Sophia bridges. Look how sexy that is. Yeah. So big love to Gil Vasquez. Love you, brother. Thank you for helping me out with this. Check out Sophia Tremelo's. They were my solution. If you guys find another solution for your wiggle stick problems on this Charvel, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Until next time, this is Mundo. Aloha.